on Access Hollywood, NSYNC, Sting, the Backstreet Boys. Pat goes ground zero at the Super Bowl.
Plus, why Ricky Martin's performance could put him in some danger.
I wanted to do something different.
I'll show you the side of Dennis Quaid you've never seen, and front row at his late-night club gig.
Now, this really blew my mind.
Is this van in the middle of the reported Jennifer and Puffy split? Find out where the two are headed this weekend and what Jennifer just told Jay about Puff Daddy.
Then deadly snakes, paralyzing spiders, and man-eating crocs. Tony Potts takes you inside the brutal conditions of Survivor 2.
People are going to get banged up, and that's the idea.
It's confirmed. We'll tell you what leading man is about to marry a world-famous model.
And find out the Golden Globe winner behind this voice.
You look fantastic. What's your secret?
This is Access Hollywood for Friday, January the 26th, 2001.
Oh, forget football. Music's biggest stars are invading Tampa, Florida. Hello, everybody. I'm Sean Robinson.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy O'Dell, and let's get right to work with Ricky, NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, and Sting. We are only 2 days away from the Super Bowl, and today we are with the super music stars that will be seen in 201 countries. Our Pat O'Brien is inside Tampa Stadium getting ready for the star-studded kickoff. Hi there, Pat.
All right, Nancy. In fact, those people, along with Britney Spears and Aerosmith, will be thrilling a worldwide audience, and we mean worldwide. 750 million people, that's a billion, expected to watch. It all kicks off tomorrow night with a big concert by Ricky Martin that has some potential danger attached to it.
I'm going to skydive. I'm going to skydive. I'm not kidding. I'm going to skydive on stage.
Yep, you heard it right. The hip swiveler turns daredevil this weekend, live for millions of viewers in his CBS concert special, Ricky Martin's Super Bowl Saturday night. Ricky will make his grand entrance to the MacDill Air Force Base by, get this, skydiving from a cargo plane just like this one.
I'm going to land outside the terminal because this is an hangar. And I'm going to walk on stage.
Wow.
And that's the way we started. I wanted to do something different. I guess, you know, the adrenaline is going to be, I'm going to be ready.
Ricky isn't the only pop star rocking Tampa, though. MTV is producing Sunday's halftime show with Aerosmith, Britney Spears, and NSYNC.
Everybody's going to have something to look forward to in the show, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
And that's not all. Sting is performing at the pregame show.
You have any idea what you got yourself into here?
I'm beginning to realize it's bigger than I thought. It's a huge event, and deeply honored to be asked as an Englishman. You know, I'm not an American.
How's it
All
going?
right, I like your thing
Happy
on the
Super Bowl to you.
Thank you very much.
The Backstreet Boys have one of the most daunting tasks, delivering the national anthem.
It's pressure, isn't it?
It's a bit more of an audience watching this one than what we've been used to. But yeah, it's a little bit more intimidating, but I think we're going to get through it good.
From music to magic, David Copperfield is up to his old tricks. You see, David wrote down and tape recorded his prediction as to who will win the Super Bowl. Put it in a lockbox under the watchful eye of Tampa's mayor. It will be open Monday.
What do we call it? A magic trick? A prediction?
No, it's not a trick. It's me either looking really cool or really stupid on Monday after the game.
Interesting to note that last year on television there were 22 .com commercials. This year, only 4, but the film industry will be represented, showing clips of A Knight's Tale, The Mummy Returns, Valentine, and Hannibal, all during the broadcast. During the game, that's where I'll be down in the field to bring you all the action and all the reaction from all the celebrities here. Nancy, they'll come here first. Back to you.
All right, Pat, have a good time now. Well, this next guy knows a thing or two about football, Dennis Quaid. He played the star quarterback at any given Sunday, but today he is showing off some new moves. This one with a guitar and a stage. Dennis Quaid rocks the house. Now, how long has this been going on?
About 4 months. We just play every week in 2 or 3 places around town and just have a great time. You're gonna get a reputation as a loving man.
Letting it all hang out in Hollywood's Sunset Room, this big screen star and his band, the Sharks, mix it up with a blend of rock, country, and even a little gnarlin' Zydeco.
I'm the Zydeco man. So immediate, and there's such a rapport with the audience. That's even more than you would get in doing a stage performance of a play, I think.
She said, "Spill the wine, take that girl."
they came to you and said, we want you to do a record deal, would you do it?
I don't even really want to even think about that. We don't want a record deal or anything like that, just because I got a day job.
Pretty good. Well, now, supermodel Christy Turlington and actor Edward Burns have hit the wedding rumor mill. So is this short romance turning into something more? Today, we get the answer. Christy Turlington is the one. Edward Burns and his steady of about 6 months are engaged. That's according to People magazine. And if a picture's worth 1,000 words, let's say happily ever after. The supermodel and her Superman are also snapped in People's Weekend pictures. And together in Malibu, it looks as if Giselle knows food is the key to Leo's heart. Calista Flockhart caught on camera with a new man in her life, her adopted 3-week-old son, Liam. And not even shades could hide Brad Pitt. The traveling man boards a plane to Los Angeles on break from shooting his new movie. Well, this picture-packed issue of People is on newsstands now.
Topping today's Hollywood headlines, a new star is the voice for Priceline.com, and you'll never guess who it is.
Wouldn't it be amazing to fly to LA and sort of live like a movie star for a few days?
That's Sarah Jessica Parker. The Sex and the City star is the company's new spokesperson for a series of spots that are a radical departure from the quirky commercials William Shatner made famous. Shatner's deal with Priceline doesn't end until October, but the company has said they have no plans for him to appear in any new spots at least through March of this year.
The 2001 awards season is already underway. Now today in Hollywood, tallying begins on the 4,200 secret ballots for the Screen Actors Guild Award nominations. SAG members were selected at random to vote for their favorite actors in television and film. Kathy Connell, producer of the SAG Awards, tells us how the selection process works.
Actors submit themselves for their work in the categories that they'd like to be considered for. And so it's entirely up to the actor to decide what they want to do.
On Tuesday, Lucy Liu will announce the nominees. The winners will be announced on the SAG Awards live telecast airing Sunday, March 11th on TNT. Straight ahead on Access Hollywood, who's the dancer who is reportedly to be the new man in Jennifer Lopez's life? Find out what the mystery man said about Jennifer on his website and details behind their weekend plan.
And will Jennifer top this weekend's heated box office? Our controversial critic picks. Plus, he predicts where Tom Hanks will wind up. Tony Potts discovers the many deadly conditions facing Survivor 2.
9 of the world's most deadly snakes live in this area.
But first, Access Info, there's huge news on the singles chart. The Material Girl jumps a whopping 49 spots to #1 with her single Don't Tell Me, selling 42,000 copies last week. Britney Spears drops to the 2nd spot with Stronger, selling 41,000 copies. And O-Town rounds out the chart with the single Liquid Dream, selling 39,000 copies. For additional chart information, you may log on to Billboard.com. Access Hollywood brought to you by New Superior Preference by L'Oreal Paris, because you're worth it. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we are just 2 days away from the debut of Survivor 2, and today Tony Potts takes us to the Australian outback and reveals the dangerous and often deadly conditions facing the 16 contestants. Tony.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, everybody. Now, I have to speak quietly because right behind me is the Kuta tribe. Let's talk about the conditions these survivors face each and every day. To my right here, a crocodile-infested river. Now, up on the hill, something called the Garden of Snakes. And let's not forget about the oppressive heat. It's stinky.
Within seconds of hitting the set, I quickly realized just how dangerous the outback was. This disturbing video of a Survivor crew member writhing in pain after being stung above the eye demonstrates the survivors have much to fear.
This is a perfect example. Out where we're at today, you have a huge wasp nest. These things are massive. We had guys getting stung left and right. Everybody's walking around going, ah, ah, ah.
But for the survivors, more worrying, though, than pesky bugs is the constant threat of attack from man-eating crocodiles who dwell in the rivers just feet from their camps.
They are an ornery, territorial, sly creature whose main purpose in life is to eat. And if you're in their territory, you're breakfast.
Surviving breakfast, though, doesn't mean you'll live until lunch.
9 of the world's most deadly snakes live in this area. the taipan being the most dangerous of all, and we've seen one in camp already.
Would you notify some of the tribes if there was impending danger, or is that just part of the ballgame?
Well, the impending danger is there 24 hours a day. This is a very, very harsh environment.
And he's not kidding. In addition to trees that if you touch them will leave you in pain for up to a year, and spiders that instantly paralyze, the outback sun will sear through the skin like a warm knife through butter.
I don't care if you've got 160 sunblock on, it's penetrating.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. Well, we told you Survivor 2 debuts right after the Super Bowl. That guarantees a great audience. It helped put on the map shows like the A-Team and the Wonder Years, but the post-Super Bowl spot doesn't necessarily mean success. Do you remember Extreme with James Brolin? ABC aired the show after the 1995 Super Bowl. That lasted just 7 episodes. What about 1994, The Good Life on NBC with Drew Carey? That lasted just 13 episodes. And in 1990, CBS aired Grand Slam, which was gone after 6 episodes. So how big will the Super Bowl and Survivor audiences really be? Well, we checked in with the critic.
I think Survivor 2 is going to be the highest rated show ever to air after the Super Bowl.
The premiere of Survivor 2 will shatter the record of 53 million viewers set by Friends back in 1996. That comes from New York Post TV columnist Michael Starr. And even though the finale of the original Survivor last August brought in nearly 52 million, Starr feels that, combined with a usual Super Bowl audience of over 80 million U.S. viewers, will mean huge numbers.
I think Survivor 2 is going to beat the finale of Survivor, of the first Survivor, just because it already has that built-in Super Bowl audience, which Survivor 1 did not have.
Meanwhile, we caught up with Survivor Rudy Boesch, who's hosting Modern Marvel's Survival Guide Week on the History Channel, and got his take on the sexy young kids who are about to steal the Survivor spotlight.
They look like they come out of Hollywood.
Also, original Survivor Gretchen Cordy, who will be commenting on Survivor 2 from Orlando TV station WKMG, says sex appeal will have nothing to do with who wins.
I don't think it's going to help them play the game. I don't really think that came into figure in the other game, somebody's attractiveness or not being attractive. Look who. But, no, I'm just kidding, Rich.
Well, starting Monday, you can catch Rudy playing host of Modern Marvel Survival Guide Week on the History Channel. Nancy.
And do not move. We have some controversial weekend box office picks from our critic. And did a dancer win Jennifer Lopez's heart? It's all coming up next.
But first, tonight's staggering stat, Hollywood and the Clinton White House. Now that he's gone, Bill Clinton is disclosing gifts he has received from celebrities. Now, Steven Spielberg and wife Kate Capshaw gave China worth just over $4,900. Mary Steenburgen and Ted Danson also gave China worth a little over $4,700. Jack Nicholson gave a golf driver worth $350, and Sylvester Stallone boxing gloves worth $300. 2 days ago, Jennifer Lopez was all smiles at her album signing, despite all these reports that she broke up with Puffy. Well, today we can show you the man at the center of this firestorm, and as you may know, he is one of J.Lo's dancers. Access Hollywood has uncovered the identity of the mystery man now reportedly in the middle of the Jennifer and Puffy split. The stocky, handsome dancer right next to Jennifer in her new music video, Love Don't Cost a Thing, is Kristen Judd. Jennifer and Puffy have both denied that their relationship is over. Last night on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Lopez dismissed all reports about her romance with Puffy.
Is anyone more true than the other?
They're just all full of it.
Yeah.
This is what we've learned about Judd. He is 31 years old and grew up in the small North Florida town of Niceville. He is a self-taught dancer who once worked at Disney World. On this website, laclubfeet.com, these photos show his connection to the biggest names in music, including Jennifer. Access Hollywood also found Judd performing behind Celine Dion at the 1999 Billboard Music Awards and with Enrique Iglesias at the 2000 American Music Awards. But bigger than that, we have learned he toured twice with the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. Access Hollywood made repeated attempts to reach Judd about this story. A former girlfriend of Judd's told us today when she spoke to him yesterday, he said the reports of a romance between himself and Jennifer are not true. On his website, he says he will be with Jennifer this Sunday before the Super Bowl, performing on MTV's Total Request Live. And he says he will be with Jennifer again when she will host and be the musical guest on Saturday Night Live, February 10th.
Well, Jennifer may be making another public appearance soon, this time in court. The judge in Puffy's gun possession and bribery trial released the names of potential witnesses. Jennifer's name appears on both the defense and the prosecutor list. But before court, well, Jennifer can be seen today on the big screen in her new movie, The Wedding Planner. It opens today, and now our critic weighs in on how he thinks her movie will do at the box office.
So this weekend, while it's not going to be a huge weekend at the movies, it is a great chance for people to catch up with a movie that they've heard about maybe but haven't gotten the chance to go see. The Wedding Planner, it's a very charming, old-fashioned comedy. There's a great chemistry between Lopez and McConaughey. And Jennifer really shows she can do almost anything.
Do you ever think about that night in the park? I do, all the time.
This is primarily a woman's movie. It's adorable.
This was, you get to be a lover, you get to be a artist, you know, you get to be around nice ladies, there's a romance.
He's like Paul Newman, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he has that kind of thing to me, you know, that cachet.
Sugar and Spice will basically appeal to, I think, young teenage girls who really like the idea of being totally silly and totally goofy, because that's what this movie is.
Authorities now believe a group of teenage girls are responsible for the Betty Doll bank robberies.
Number 1 for the weekend, Wedding Planner. Number 2, Save the Last Dance. Number 3, Castaway. Number 4, Traffic. Number 5, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Of course, we will have all the complete box office results for you on Monday. And now it is Super Bowl weekend, but it has been a super week here in Hollywood. And we are looking back at the stories that made news in our week in review. On Monday, Hollywood was still buzzing about the Golden Globes. The big star of the night, Julia Roberts, and the big moment happened in our backstage room with Julia Roberts and the real Erin Brockovich.
Well, we've got somebody who wants to congratulate you. You do? Uh-huh. Can you look over to your right? Oh, Erin. No, I'll start crying on television.
And on Tuesday, 2 days after winning a Golden Globe, news broke that Robert Downey Jr.'s run on the hit show Ally McBeal may not be over. Amidst reports confirming that the deal is done, David E. Kelley Productions told us, quote, "We are exploring possibilities. No deal is in place. Talks have been had and talks are ongoing." On Wednesday, reports surfaced that after a 19-month affair, Jennifer Lopez and Sean Puffy Combs are on the rocks. Both vehemently denied the report. On Thursday, it was an early surprise for Celine Dion and husband Renee Angelil, who became the proud parents of a baby boy. Little Renee Charles, who weighed in at 6 pounds, 8 ounces, was born 3 weeks early in Florida.
And coming up, who's this secret celebrity dishing out trouble on the buffet line? The answer coming up in our moment. But first, tonight's quote from Dr. Dre in Us Weekly magazine on Dre possibly teaming up with Michael Jackson. Quote, "I have nothing against Michael. He is a talented artist, but I don't feel that people on his level want to work as hard as new artists do. I don't have room in my life for folks that large and demanding." Welcome back to Access Hollywood, everyone. In our moment tonight, Howie Mandel pulls double duty on Live with Regis. The guest host goes incognito to serve up surprises and big laughs to some unsuspecting customers in a buffet line.
No, I want a little more than that.
Pardon me?
I want a little more than that.
I can't give you more, sir. There's a certain quote on it. I'll cut one in half for you. What I'm doing is I'm running a quota. All right? Just grab it. There you go. Pardon me? That's not half. You want some rice? You want it near the potatoes or... Oh, there's clams. How old are you? Huh? How old are you? 16. 16, I'm sorry. You have to be 18 to eat seafood. Put it back.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, sir.
Oh, poor guy. We leave you tonight with more from Pat at the Super Bowl. Pat gets together once again with the Backstreet Boys, who will perform the national anthem.
Good night.
Bye.
A special edition of credits for the Backstreet Boys. Who's going to win this game?
I'm picking the Giants.
And you?
Baltimore.
You?
Ravens, come on.
You?
Baltimore. New York by 10.
What's the most intimidating thing about being here?
The big football players.
Seeing the national anthem?
The Ravens.
Come back to me. Not even watching this show. Come back again.
All the pollution in the air.
That's very good. Well, all right, that's the end of credits. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Happy Super Bowl.
Good night, everybody.